Hello, viewers!
Hi,
And past viewers.
New viewers, old viewers, imaginary viewers. We may have some of those. Who knows?
And YouTube viewers and Blab viewers.
Which is actually hilarious. I wanted to point that out. We actually do have a viewer count on YouTube as of this point. And I promise you that banner will be up this week. I've just been really distracted this week.
You're sick. We'll blame it on that.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's not like we're super professional about anything.
No, not yet.
We're getting there. We're going by stages. It's much easier that way.
Yeah, eventually you'll stop seeing me eating or drinking things on. Well, drinking's never going to stop. I have to have a drink. Especially with as much talking as we do.
We are real people. I'm going to continue drinking and eating and talking to my cat in between.
I just tried to take a hydrocodone again. That would have been a brilliant experience for our watchers.
You've just been like...
No, I'm just
drool while I talk to myself.
Mm-hmm. All right, pills are done. Okay, so this week's Killjoys, I was about an hour behind everyone. I was about 30 minutes behind, and I kept trying to fast forward through the commercials to catch up, but for some reason, of course, now Sci-Fi doesn't give us enough commercials. I was like, I want to catch up with that.
There's somehow still too many commercials.
Yeah.
But not enough to catch up.
It's not enough to catch up, but oh well.
And I have a vendetta. I have a vendetta forming against commercials ever since I started watching stuff on Hulu, and like old shows that are based on reruns are giving me 5 commercial breaks with 4 commercials per, and I'm like, this is too many.
I'm trying to remember what channel it was. We were watching the old George Lopez show on, and it was literally. I love that show though. It's so funny.
It is a good show, but it ain't new. It doesn't need lots of ads.
Yeah, it started, and we were like, they did the little introduction, and then the theme song played, and then it went to commercial, that's normal, that's fine. We counted, the commercial break was like 5 minutes long. It came back, and it
half-hour show?
Yeah, for a half-hour show, and then it did like 10 minutes of the show, did another 5-minute commercial break, and we were like timing it because we were fast-forwarding through the commercials. It was ridiculous.
That ain't right. That ain't how you do it.
No.
Television, don't do that.
So, yes.
Anyway, Killjoys.
Enough about George Lopez and commercials. Killjoys. Last night, because it's only Saturday. I slept for like 3 hours today. I lost a day. This week's episode was really good. It was very interesting, and oh my god, Johnny finally got the girl, and then Dutch had to, punch him in the gut there. That's how that felt to me at the end of the show. I'm like, oh, poor Johnny. He got the girl, but now he has to make a decision.
And it's not even like a romantic decision. It's like, am I gonna keep my job or am I gonna side during a war?
That's a tough one. Do I go to war or do I keep getting paid?
Yeah.
and Dr. Adler went out a hero. Go, Dr. Adler.
Dr. Adler. He's nicer on this show. Future Adler.
Oh, wait, we should do this. Spoiler alert for anyone who has not watched either of these shows yet. It's true, but
seriously, why would you be watching an after show if you haven't watched the show? Unless you just really like us.
Yeah. If you really like us, that's awesome.
Speak up because we need fans.
We need to know. We need to know what we're doing and if we're doing it right.
We do.
There you go. Yes. As we sit here and give each other props. Yeah, we're real cool like that.
Yay! Oh my god, but like Johnny in the house was kind of the best thing I've seen all season.
Yes.
Second best.
Oh my god, I loved it.
But like
the what was?
the body swap, that was the #1 best thing.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah.
But Johnny swimming naked in the baptismal.
Are you naked?
Just my bum.
No. Just my bum. I mean, all this water, I figured it's the family baptismal. I'll get dressed.
Like being licked by angels.
Yes.
But like,
oh, Johnny.
It makes sense. He lives on a spaceship. He probably doesn't have a whole lot of water.
No, probably not. They probably have like those air ion showers on the ship.
Yeah, where they just like dry clean you like laundry.
Right? Like, here, just step into this tiny little space. You're clean. Hold your arms up.
I kind of want to see their bathroom now. Like,
I know. I'd be interested in seeing how the bathrooms work in the Killjoys universe. Or at least the spaceship bathroom.
The only show I can think of that showed us how a spaceship bathroom works is Firefly, where they had like the little urinal that pulled out and then it goes back into the wall.
Yes, I remember that. I think Star Trek has too, but I have no way to confirm that right now.
I don't remember one on Star Trek. Maybe like one out of the entire franchise.
It was like the ion shower. That's what I think. That's where I got.
Yeah,
that
they have sonic showers.
Yeah, sonic showers. That's what it was.
Yeah, but I don't think we ever really get to see the bathroom. Although on next gen they have like basically apartments, so that's probably a fairly ordinary bathroom.
Yeah, probably fairly ordinary. Actually, it was really funny. I was watching Killjoys last night, and Barbara came into the room, and I paused it because I was like, "Oh, she obviously wants to say something." Of course, I paused it right on Johnny, and she's like, "Oh, is that Bobby?" And I'm like, "No, that's his twin brother, and he's better looking."
His twin brother, he's better looking.
But it's a sad truth. I have a love-hate relationship with Bobby, the character. But I love Sean and Aaron Ashmore both. I love them both. They're hilarious on Twitter.
Yeah. And they seem to be like really nice guys too.
Yeah.
And their Twitter bios each say "not the other," which
yes,
which I find really endearing because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's like
I wish there was a way I could figure out how to leave my Skype window open because it lights up my face more.
I don't know.
It's like, yeah, because this room is so dim, and I'm just sitting in my room tonight because I want to be in my bed. So.
Yeah. But yes, so the 9 are awful.
Oh my gosh, are they not? Oh.
Like you can't even just sit down for dinner. You gotta have a whole ritual based on honor to the house.
It's like, and Johnny just so awkward and cute. It's like, oh wait, do I say this again? No, you don't have to say it again.
And then he just gives up. And I'm like, yes, Johnny.
And then his expressions while he's eating the food.
It looked really gross. Like it looked like it had already been chewed for them.
I will say this from the get-go. As soon as we met the fiance, I knew he was the bad guy.
Well, he was too much
I'm
of a
calling
douche
it now.
to be a good guy.
I'm calling it now. The fiance's the douche.
Too much of a douche to not be.
Right.
Such a scumbag. I was happy that her sister turned out to not be useless, though.
Yeah, I know. I kept expecting sister to be stupid and useless, and then she turned out to be pretty smart. And she's like, Johnny's like, I'm gonna go risk my neck, and Potter's like, no, you can't. But go put the diving suit on. We don't have time for that. Will you just listen to me? They did the sister thing perfectly. I loved that.
Yeah, they were really good. And then Potter getting to be like action Potter and just shatter her sister's arm off so she doesn't die.
I know. Oh my god. I was watching it, like, they're gonna cut her hand off. They're gonna cut her hand off. And I thought Johnny was gonna be the one that did it. And then Potter's like, jump.
she was like, she was just like snap decisions, fix that arm.
Yes, that was awesome. I was like, oh, Potter, you actually earned some respect out of me this week.
And then
you actually, used your head instead of your heart.
Right? And your skill set.
Yeah.
Which she used twice this time. And then Luella just lost an arm and both parents and was still doing pretty good. Like
She did
like,
really
I was not
good.
expecting her to be so useful.
No, me neither. I expected her to be kind of the dumb ditzy sister who doesn't get in any trouble, and and she's like, I'm so, like, I'm perfect. And then it turned out she was like, she's just as smart as Potter. She's good, I like her. And I hope we get more of her.
That's what I was thinking too. Like, she's the one who's been living the sheltered life more than Potter. So whatever they get into is probably going to affect her more than it affects Potter, because Potter already knows what's going on out in the world some.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we get to see, like, Potter figuring out how to be leader of one of the families while Luella figures out what the world is actually like.
Right.
Like, that would be cool. That would be a cool contrast.
It would be very cool. I agree.
And I'm kind of excited about one of the families being headed by someone who's basically progressive in the politics of the quad.
Yeah. She knows what's really going on out there, whereas her mom and dad really didn't.
Yeah, and they wouldn't look. Like, her dad was
Even though,
fine.
Like, her dad was a carpenter and all that, and, like, he came from humble beginnings. He was willing to turn a blind eye to what was going on with his people. And that's who they are. They're their people. And
how cruel and cold his wife had gotten.
Yeah.
Like, he wouldn't question her. Even if, like, obviously they're very classist and hierarchical.
Yeah.
That's a hard word to say.
I get what you're saying, though, yeah.
Yeah. Like, they're very that, but then he was okay with that. He wasn't willing to challenge them.
No, he wasn't. He was willing to, sit back. And
the wife was in charge, and he was just like, well, she's in charge, whatever she says.
Right. So
Which
I'm
is a shame, because
he
was the only one who was nice.
Yeah, I'm assuming her sister lifted the banishment because she's staying.
Yeah.
Because they didn't clarify whether it was lifted or not.
Yeah, her mom never actually said that it was, but she was signed in, so someone must have lifted it. Yeah. Otherwise, Luella would have to be the leader.
Yeah.
I don't really get,
So I wonder if, maybe right before she died, her mother lifted it, which could come up to being a conflicting issue in the future.
Maybe, but, her mom, I don't really get her mom. Her mom was like, someone's trying to take the planet, so we're going to freeze the whole planet, but I did something wrong with this thing that is freezing the whole planet. So, where did she fail?
Yeah, can we get that explained to us? Agreed, right?
Because it seemed to be doing exactly what she said it was supposed to do. Was the failure that it was released off of her timetable? Was that what the failure was?
That's the only thing I can come up with, because she says it's supposed to freeze the whole planet. It seemed to be doing that. Or maybe it wasn't supposed to be released on their planet?
Well, she was talking about not letting anyone have the planet. Like, this planet is what it sounded like. The one where they lived.
Yeah.
But who is trying to get their planet? We still don't have an answer to that.
Well, we got a ways to go to find that out, too. More mysteries. Yay!
Is it 10 episodes or 13? Because if it's 10, we're halfway now.
Shit, are we already 5 episodes? Yeah, we are.
This is the 5th episode, yeah.
Yeah, now I want to know.
It zipped by. This is such a fast-paced show.
It is. It's a good show. I enjoy it. I'm getting more into it this season than I did last season. I actually do seem to be enjoying it more than I did last season.
I think that there's more going on this season. Last season it was kind of like it was episodic until about halfway, and then stuff started coming together. This one, it just started right off in the middle of the story. It was only like 5 days between seasons, as far as they're concerned.
Right. Tricks of the Trade is our next episode. I'm trying to find out how many episodes are in this season.
4. We're already past the season.
We're already past the season. We're done.
There was 3 episodes, and somehow it's still going. Wikipedia should tell you.
That's where I'm going. I'm going now. It just says it was renewed for a second season. 10 episodes, yeah.
10 episodes.
Season 2, 10 episodes. So we're halfway through the storyline.
We just hit the midpoint. From this point on,
shit's gonna get crazy.
Well, the ad for next week didn't tell us a damn thing about the plot. It was just a bunch of awesome looking pictures.
Yep.
I'm like,
oh, we're gonna throw a bunch of it.
Dude, how did Kylan Klein get into Dav's head when Dav doesn't have the slime in him?
That's why he was falling apart. That's why Dav was falling apart. But he was treated with the slime. Either way, he was treated with it, so maybe that's how. Even though it's not in him, like he was immune to it, the ability to contact him is still there.
Yeah, maybe it's like imprinted on the slime and he can still contact him or something.
Yeah, like, oh, your brainwaves are still imprinted in here, and I will stick my fingers into the green jello now.
Just like always. I feel bad for that actor. He's just always covered in that goo.
I know. It's like, I like green jello. That's what it looks like to me. It just looks like a bowl of green jello.
It's like that gack that you used to be able to buy that would just like flatten out and just like drip all off your furniture and get you in trouble for getting in the carpet.
Yes,
like
that's probably what it is. It's probably what it is. They probably just went and bought all the reserve gack that didn't sell when we were
They just bought all the gack. But it's very strange. But it's also useful because they're far away. Apparently the Jacoby home planet is like all the way on the other side of the galaxy.
Yeah, that was interesting to meet their dad. So, like, I have to ask this, like, no offense to the actor who played their dad, but I am assuming Mommy must be gorgeous.
Right? Unless maybe he was really good looking before he was an abusive drunk.
So now I'm, like, looking over at poor Johnny and Dab, and I'm like, you guys have you're not going to look too good in your older years.
Not if they're going to be abusive drunks anyway.
Well, thankfully, neither of them drink too much, so it's all good.
I like what Dav said, where they were talking about seeing his dad, and he was just like I was surprised at how small he was. Like, he's this big presence in their mind that drove them both from home.
Well, yeah, you think about it. You grow up with an abusive drunk. They're loud. They're angry. They're in your face. It's scary.
They take up more space than their size.
They do. Somebody who's drunk and angry. It's not a fun experience. It can be very scarring mentally. Yeah.
And it's like
they grew up with it, so they had no escape from it till they were older.
Yeah. And I just like that little moment of dealing with your past trauma and finding out that it's
not as big as
you thought it was.
Yeah. That was nice.
Because the show sometimes skips over the stuff like that.
It does. It's like it's bothersome. It's like we need their backstory better, but they're not giving it to us in a way that's satisfying.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. Like last night, yeah, with the dad, that was satisfying. I was happy with how that came out.
That was a good moment.
Yeah. Because it's like Johnny's like, how's dad? And Dad's like, not as big as I remember him being.
Yeah.
And
he's probably even more run down than he was when they left, too.
Yeah, and it's sad to look at it because even though, Johnny and Dav are scared of their dad or hate their dad even, Dav still wanted to save his father from Klein and Pretty Lee. Fancy Lee. Yeah, and it's like he's still willing, despite what their dad did, they're still willing to save their dad. Or Dav was. Yeah. I don't know what Johnny would have done.
Because he's a better person than his dad was, and he's determined to be a better person.
Exactly, and I like that. That is good character development based, like just from season 1, because Dav was such a shut down person in season 1.
Yeah, he was like severely traumatized by an entire lifetime of trauma.
Yeah, and because it was like he told John, I remember in the very first episode, I want to say, he's like, "Why did you come after me?" To Johnny, he's like, "I'm just going to ruin your life. Why did you come after me?"
Yeah. And he wanted to be lost at the beginning, but now he wants to belong, and he wants to be better.
He's of the 3 main characters. I only count Dutch, Dav, and Johnny as like the main characters. They're the main roster. They're the front line. Everybody else is supporting.
They're the first 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Dav's character development has been stronger than Johnny or Dutch's.
Probably. He had further to go to be this cute dork.
Yeah, I know. He's such an adorable little dork now.
He's so bad at flirting. It's adorable.
It's so cute. It's like,
oh my god,
you are feeling
you're pretty. You're a pretty girl.
You're a pretty girl. Can you date me?
I'll bring you peaches.
Trying to do this without. There we go. There we go.
But yeah, like at the beginning, I didn't think that I would like Dav so much.
No, me neither. I thought he was going to be like the pretty boy in the group, and the main female.
And like the macho.
Yeah, I was like leery of Dav. I'm like, oh, he's not my kind of character. Honestly, Johnny is my favorite character. Dutch is probably second, and then we've got Dav and Dutch are warring for me now in this season. It's like, because Dutch is still keeping everything really close to her, close to her. She's not telling her team enough. It's like you can tell she's still like holding back. And that's not fair to Johnny and Dav. They need to know more stuff.
Although she did just tell Johnny that he's her gravity, and then he didn't tell her what's been going on.
Right?
Oh my god.
That was painful.
But like, look how off her game she was. Normally she's just like right on top of him, but he waited. She's like, you would tell me, right? And there was a really long pause before he said he would, and she didn't jump on that.
Yeah, and you'd think she would. Like, I think Klein being Dav's body and all that, I think it just kind of threw her off her game.
She was like super rattled. She was like her shoulders were up and she was all big-eyed and
like, shit, Klein could take over at any time. And
yeah. The one that she's not quite jealous about, but not as okay with him flirting with someone else as she says.
Yeah. And it's actually was really interesting is that when they're fighting the two criminals, and it changes from Dav to Klein in the middle of the fight, and she knew immediately that it was no longer Dav there on the ship with her.
I know, but the whole body swap thing was so well done.
Yeah,
like,
you didn't expect
so good.
it.
I don't remember the actors' names, but Klein as Dav and Dav as Klein were done so well.
It was believable. Yes.
It was so good. Like their speech patterns, the way they held themselves, the way they delivered lines.
And like Klein being Dav and, in Klein's body, he's just like, yeah, it's working perfectly into my plan.
I have exactly what I need.
I have exactly what I need.
And what would that be? I'm super, super happy that Fancy Lee can still be a snarky ass, even though he's been converted, because he was a bit of a zombie before.
Yeah,
and he's so much more fun.
Back to himself.
Yeah, like his personality's coming back.
Yeah, his personality is reasserting itself, which makes me happy.
That was so great. But like, also the thing that gets me is they both knew really quickly that the bodies had been switched, and they were both weirded out, but neither one was freaked out. So how often do bodies accidentally get switched in this universe?
And then Dutch goes and asks Johnny, like, what do I do to get, them to switch back? And Johnny's like, oh, it's just a matter of electrical impulses. And I'm like, how often have you switched bodies, Johnny?
That was another really great moment where they were talking hypothetically so that they wouldn't have to call in the other because they knew the other had a thing. He's like, hypothetically, how would I unswitch bodies? And then he's like, hypothetically, how would I explode a house? Like,
it was great because you know that Dutch and Johnny have worked together so long that they can do that kind of stuff with each other and get away with it.
And they both know that if they said that there was a problem, that the other would come flying up to help them.
Oh yeah, everything. They would drop one or the other would drop everything to go save each other.
Exactly. So they were both being hypothetical, so they wouldn't have to.
Right.
There were just so many good moments in this episode. It feels like whoever wrote this one really got the story.
Yeah. Jeff Trevane liked our tweets again.
Oh, I like him. He's so good.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good to us.
Yes.
Even though his character
He's
got
very
shot a lot.
supportive. I love the support from the actors. That's awesome.
Me too. I was like on Darkmatter when Lieutenant Anders got shot a couple episodes ago. I was really upset because he's so good to us on Twitter.
I know. I wanted him to be around for a while. I wanted them to take, Lieutenant Anders with them and he'd be a part of the crew. But instead, and this is no offense at all to the actor who plays Devon on Darkmatter. Devon on Darkmatter is the poor man's Devon Sawa. And the hilarious thing about that is when I tweeted that yesterday, Devon Sawa ended up liking the tweet. I'm like, finally a reaction.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
It was like, I'm like, this is not an insult in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying you two look alike.
Dude, if you had told me when I was like 13 that pretty boy I had a crush on was going to be so much fun as an adult, I would not believe you.
Yeah, same, because he was just such a he was a Nancy. He was total Nancy boy, pretty boy, and you never thought of him beyond that. And then he was grew
so
up
pretty
into
when
such
he
a
was little.
snarky asshole, and I love it.
No.
It was really funny. I didn't even realize that was him on Nikita.
I know,
he looks so different.
I saw his name in the credits when he first showed up, and I was like, no way! And then I didn't know who it was.
I kept waiting for Pretty Boy to show up. I kept waiting for Pretty Boy to show up, and I'm like, I don't remember Devon being in this episode. So then I went and Googled Devon Sawa, and I'm like, holy crap, did he change? He looks better.
Yeah, he grew up into like this total badass.
And he's such a good daddy too. He's got 2 adorable little babies.
Into a murderer.
Yeah, right.
His character on Nikita is so much fun. Like,
I
love him.
I still stand by it. They kind of just ruined his character at the end by making him into the bad guy.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, like, changing him from Owen Elliott to Sam.
Whatever.
Sam. I know his first name was Sam, and I just was like, this is awkward and weird. Why did we do this? Why couldn't he been a good guy?
I still haven't watched the last 6 episodes because I refuse. But does he not get returned or redeemed or fixed?
He remains Sam till the end of the series, but he is basically redeemed by the end of the series.
Okay.
He does get redeemed. He ends up helping Burkoff, and he ends up running off with what's her name? Lindsay Fonseca's character, Alex. That was a twist that I was not expecting. That's for sure.
I liked the relationship they had when he was Owen.
Yeah.
Before there was Sean.
Yeah.
Who also I feel bad for Dylan Casey because I've seen him on 2 shows, and he got brutally killed on both of them.
Right.
If there's a 3rd show that he's an ongoing character who gets brutally killed, then he's being typecast as the kid that gets killed.
Yeah, there was a while there with I want to say it was like Leonardo DiCaprio where he like died in every movie he was in. And I'm like, yep, boy, you just die good. That's it. You die good.
It's the Sean Bean School of Acting.
And it was like yesterday or the day before, Shane West posts does a tweet. He's like, me on Sliders. And I'm like, wait, you were on Sliders? I love that show.
I started rewatching that show. There was one night we found it on Netflix and we were trying to decide what to watch. And we watched literally like 10 episodes. Like we just watched it all day long.
I wonder if it's still on there. I haven't watched it in years. I stopped watching. They went to Sci-Fi, oddly enough. It went from Fox to Sci-Fi. And I was so excited about it coming back on Sci-Fi because I loved it on Fox. I watched it every week. And it was good for the first season on Sci-Fi. And then they brought in his brother, who was actually his brother. And
towards the end, there was only like one original cast member, and I kind of lost interest.
And it was Rembrandt, and they left us hanging on what happened with Rembrandt, and that pissed me off.
I haven't rewatched all the way to the end, so I don't remember much about the last season.
Yeah, the only actor who like stayed through the entire series till the end was the actor who played Rembrandt. Yeah, and then he jumped into a portal in the very last episode, and they're like, "Well, did he make it?" I don't know. And that was the end of the episode. And they there was no conclusion. If there was a conclusion, I never found it. And it pissed me off so bad. Yeah.
One more sci-fi torch to carry.
Right? It's like let Rembrandt go home.
I really liked Wade, and I really liked Arturo on that show. Yes. And then after a while, neither of them was there anymore.
Yeah, I had the hugest crush on Jerry O'Connell back then.
Dude, right? He's why my oldest acceptable dating age is 14 years older than me.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize he was that much older than us. But no, it was actually funny. I still like him enough to where I was like, I turned on TV the other day at work because I watch TV at work, and sometimes I'll just put Netflix on and let it play in the background while I'm working, like on something I've watched a million times. And I turned on the TV, and it was on channel ABC, and Live with Kelly. It was just starting, and he walked out with her, and I'm like, oh. And I just sat there and watched him. Yeah, Jerry O'Connell, like he was her co-host. I'm like, oh, okay.
He plays so many jackasses these days that it makes me sad because he was so good as Quinn.
Yes, he was. And I think he was the chubby little kid in Stand By Me. I know!
When Sliders was on, I watched an interview with him where he was saying that he filmed that and he was like the chubby kid. And then between when they made it and when it came out, he had a growth spurt and like his face cleared up and he wasn't chubby anymore. And then nobody believed it was him.
Yeah, I do remember him
all
saying
his friends at school were like,
that's not you. And he's like, yes, it is.
All those boys that grew up to be people I had crushes on.
Right. Wow, how did we get to talking about Jerry O'Connell?
So Killjoys.
Does that deserve a drink? Because we totally did not talk about that one show.
We did not. But talking about how we didn't talk about it might count.
All right.
But you know, you can't watch sci-fi in a vacuum. You're gonna be reminded of other shows that you've previously watched with the actors or the themes or whatever.
Yeah.
And Sliders is awesome.
That's how we got on that, because we were talking about the poor man's Devon Sawa. I really need to find out who that actor is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna look.
Oh, yeah. I think that I've hit all my Killjoys points though.
Yeah, me too.
Except Yay New Planet.
Yay New Planet!
I'm super excited about the galaxy expanding. And I wish we could have seen outside because a planet with a giant ass ring system would probably have a gorgeous sky.
Yes, I bet it would.
Like you would see those rings all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to live on a planet with rings.
Devon Talthird, I guess that's his name on the show, is Sean Sipos.
He has a last name on the show?
Yes, he does. Oh, he was in Final Destination 2. You are kidding me. Who was he in Final Destination 2? I need to know who he was. Come on, where is it? Final Destination. He was Frankie. Who was Frankie?
Was he playing like the brother or something? Because that would be hilarious.
I'm trying to find out. Hang on. Frankie Whitman is going on a championship. He was one of the friends.
I know I saw that movie, but
the friends
it's been
SUV.
So long. It's been so long I do not even remember.
Yeah, no, me neither. I want to see his picture from that movie.
I remember from the first movie, like it started out being creepy, and then by the end it was so ridiculous that I was laughing.
Yeah.
Like the ways that people were being killed just got like more and more overkill, and it was kind of awesome when I was 16 or whatever, 15, whenever that movie came out.
He really was the poor man's Devon. He really is the poor man's Devon Sawa, because he looks like pretty boy Devon Sawa. Copy image. Let's see if I can do this. Where'd you go? You're in black. There we go. Let's see if this will work. Nope, it won't let me copy and paste here into the window. Lame.
You could do it in the chat, couldn't you?
No, that's what I just tried to do. It wouldn't let me do it. Hold on.
It doesn't let you put links in the chat.
No.
Or pictures. Lame.
Copy images.
We need to be able to respond with pictures and GIFs.
Let's see.
And waves.
Aha! There you go. There you go. That's him in the Final Destination 2. That's the poor man's Devon Sawa.
Poor man's Devon Sawa.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look at that later. It's not letting me.
Okay.
Oh,
your computer is like, nope.
Oh, look at him with his messy hair.
I know, he looks like he could be. I actually, for a split second, thought he was the bad boy, the one who gets killed by the ladder.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, yeah, I thought that's who he was gonna be, but I was wrong.
So silly. You didn't even know when you said that how true you were.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. I'll have to.
That's a good segue into talking about Dark Matter.
It sure is. Let us continue on to the other show we're supposed to be talking about tonight, which we'll only be talking about for 4 more weeks. 5 more weeks.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dark Matter.
Human android.
Android. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of hoping they keep her this way. I like
both. I hope that they come up with enough reasons that she has to switch back and forth.
Yeah.
Because I love her.
Yeah. I love, the both versions, because even when she was trying to be human badass android, she was like, she's still so sweet, innocent. And it's like, oh, I just want to love you.
She's like, I'll go over there and get arrested. It'll be easy. And then she opens a door.
Yeah, like, see, this is easy. Okay, arrest me now.
Like, she's so cute that her first inclination in trying to get arrested is to open a door.
Right?
I'm just like,
she's like, okay, fine, I'll throw your hat down the hallway. Okay, that's not working. Rip shirt.
Is there awards for infinite cuteness? Because Zoe Palmer's like all of them.
I know, she is so adorable. I just adore her, and her acting is amazing. And she's so sweet on Twitter too. And it's just like, this isn't fair. How can someone be that sweet? It gives me a toothache.
I want to give her a hug.
Yes, I definitely want to meet the Zobot.
So
I want to meet the Zobot. Zoibot, or however we say it.
Her reveal after where 3 is like this is crazy. I'm barely used to her like this, and then she goes and does the upgrade and comes back all leatherized, and he's just like, oh, maybe this is a good idea.
I can deal with this.
And then she smacked his butt.
Yeah, she smacked his butt, and I'm like, yes. Yes, I love it.
I love it. Mm-hmm. I ship them so hard.
Yeah.
They've had 2 scenes together, and I love it.
Oh my gosh. You might be winning me over to that ship.
Oh my god. They're so great.
Yeah.
And like twice this season, he's forgotten to call her robot, which is what he did all last season, regardless of what she was normally called.
Yeah. So now she does technically have a name.
Her alias, if she keeps it, her name is Kiva.
Yeah, Kiva?
Kiva.
Kiva, yeah, I like that. It's different.
It was like Kiva Errands or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
What about this new cop guy who's chasing them? Like, he's smart. He's like the smartest cop we've seen. Yeah,
it's interesting. Like when he first came in, I was confused because I thought it was when he first walked into the office where Android stole the information for the court case or whatever they were trying to look into.
Yeah.
I kept getting distracted. I was watching, but I was trying to do something else at the same time, which is always a mistake. But with the guy that walked in with him, I thought it was Jace Corso. I was like, I kept looking at the actor like, you look so much like Jace Corso, but obviously you're not.
But the other guy like didn't even matter. He was there at that point, and then like, did we even see him anywhere else?
No, he was not with them on the planet where they arrested 4, and then he's like, "Give me my gun back, please." He's so honorable.
That whole discussion with 4, like, I found that really interesting. Where 4's like, "Yeah, we're criminals, but at least we're not corrupt."
Right.
And like, And this new cop guy, he's like, well, I serve justice. And they're like, do you really, though, with that job?
Right? We know something bad is going on in the good side of the world when the criminals are better than you.
I'm really hoping that by following them, he realizes that he's been had, because he's our smartest cop. And the good cops should be on the good side.
Yeah, it's like eventually the cops that are following the criminals who aren't really the criminals. Because I bet you it'll be eventually revealed that these crimes, because we already know 4 didn't actually commit the crime he's accused of.
Yeah.
We know he did not kill his father.
And 3 did not kill the wife, which is what he was wanted for.
Right.
He was
so we
framed.
know that's, and we don't, I'm trying to remember what 2 was framed for.
I don't remember. She was maybe as crazy as we thought.
Yeah, she may have actually been.
When she got her mind back, she was a full-on psycho.
Yeah. And 5 is just a dumb kid who's done some dumb, stupid shit.
Yeah, she was just, I think, in the wrong place at the wrong time. Because she was a stowaway. She didn't know what ship she was on.
Yeah. Well, as far as we know, she's a dumb, stupid kid who's only done a few bad things. We don't know what the whole story is with her yet. Because we've got this woman who,
her record was pretty big time. It was like larceny and stuff like that. Are you licking me? What are you doing?
She's like, it's dinner time, Mommy.
She's like licking my elbow. Well, come over here if you're coming over here. Stop distracting me from my talk.
No. I'm actually shocked my cat hasn't come in here yet. He usually comes in the room with me.
But yeah, I think there's more to 5 than what we know.
Yeah, there's definitely more to 5 than, and I'm going to quote Transformers here, than meets the eye.
More than meets the eye. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out that she was actually older than 16 or something.
I would not be surprised because she seems to have like some abilities that aren't exactly your normal human abilities. So I'm wondering if she may also be some kind of an experiment, not on the same level as 2, but she's had some stuff done to her.
Yeah, or she's been programmed, or she's been super trained from childhood or something.
Yeah, something. It's something. There's something there, like, and I'm.
None of them are normal.
No.
So, and the more we find out, like, the more weird their upbringing and their pasts are.
Yeah.
Super Tragic 3.
Oh my gosh, I know. It's like, I just want to cry. 3. I need to hug 3.
He was so cranky after he got his head bumped in the cave-in. Like, he was so cranky.
Interesting. I was just looking at something. Darkmatter is going to run longer than Killjoys. It got a 13-episode renewal.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what's going to pair with it when Killjoys runs out and Darkmatter is still going.
That is, that's going to be interesting.
Oh, maybe that's when Van Helsing starts. Is that when Van Helsing
Maybe. When does Van Helsing start? Let's find out.
With the girl who looks remarkably like Winona Earp.
Van Helsing. No, I want the TV series. There we go.
Van Helsing Sci-Fi.
Oh shit, she does.
See, I saw the commercial and I was like, is that the
Thursday,
same person?
September 22nd is the season 1 episode premiere. So no, that's premiering on a Thursday night.
Sci-Fi doesn't have shows every day of the night or every day of the week, does it? Like,
I don't know.
Because 12 Monkeys was on Monday. This is on Friday, which was after that. Do they have any like scripted shows I've missed?
When is Winona Earp on?
That was on Fridays before this.
Okay, and then what was it? The Hunters? Was that what that other show was? That
Hunters
was Mondays after 12 Monkeys.
Monday. Yeah.
I think they just have stuff on Mondays and Fridays usually. I'm not sure though, because I think Haven used to be on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah. Like, I wonder if they're going to slowly fill in the schedule because, like, having big gaps in your scheduling, people will forget. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it's hard to get viewers sometimes.
It could be, yeah. But if they start showing more actual sci-fi TV shows, like they seem to be picking up on that, maybe they'll actually get a better viewership every year. You know.
We've got Van Helsing starting. There's that show Incorporated that's starting. I don't know when that's coming on. What? Why are you so fussy? You're so fussy tonight.
Let's see. That says it's starting in 2016, but no date.
Strange. They had a thing at Comic-Con though, so like they're promoting it some.
Yeah, let's see if they give us more here.
No,
they're still saying something this year. Let me look beyond.
Have you noticed that sci-fi is kind of obsessed with corporations?
I have noticed that. It's kind of interesting.
And tonight this night, there was like the stapling of wounds happened on both shows.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was gross on both shows.
Even on sci-fi.com, it just says coming this fall for Incorporated. Yeah.
But maybe they're finally filling in. Wouldn't it be great to have 5 nights of good sci-fi viewing?
It would, but then it would make it hard to watch like the shows on other channels that I like to watch. That's the only problem I have with that.
Well, that's kind of the point of every channel. They want you to not watch other channels.
I know, but I'm not giving up on my other shows.
Sci-fi replays them later though, whereas like NBC will not. If I miss Blind Spot, I have to wait for it to show up on demand.
Yeah. I miss shows. I can't figure out how to find them on demand, so I never watch them.
On demand, like TWC on demand is confusing. It's hard to navigate, and it's like after you watch it, it's hard to get back to the navigation, which is also
exactly. That's how DirecTV's is. It's like, oh, search for what you want to watch, and I go into the on-demand thing, and it's like, well, what genre do you want? And I'm like, well, I don't know what genre this show is considered.
Give me a list, damn it.
Yeah, just give me a list of your channels that have on-demand capabilities. That would make things so much easier.
And like with all the shows being owned by different networks, different production companies and everything, it's so inconsistent. Like some shows will be up that night or early the next day so that I can just watch them the next day. And then other shows, like I'm supposed to be doing Wrecked for review, but it's not. There's a big gap in the middle of it. They're up to like episode 8, and only up to episode 4 is on demand. Lame, and they're not on Hulu because TBS doesn't do that or whatever.
Yeah. There was a show for a while, like it was Haven. It was Haven. I finished season 5, and they were only halfway through. They were like on their hiatus for season 6, and they're like, watch Haven on demand, blah blah blah, and catch up. So I'm like, oh, cool. I can catch up and just watch the end of season 6 when it starts airing, in a few more weeks. So I go on demand, and I'm looking for Haven, and they only had 3 of the episodes.
Yeah, that's not catching up, dude.
I'm like that, and it wasn't even like the first episodes of the season. It was like in the middle. And I'm like, that doesn't help. So I'm still waiting for Haven to drop to Netflix.
And then, like, even inside of a channel, it's inconsistent. Like, 12 Monkeys was everywhere. I bought it on, take a shot, on, I bought it on Google. And you can find Killjoys in about half of the places.
Yeah.
But Darkmatter, you can only find season 1 in all the places.
Right.
So it's like
sci-fi.
Like,
They don't. Oh, that's the problem with the sci-fi. They don't own their shows.
Yeah.
They don't own their shows, so they can't say, okay, I'm gonna put all of my shows on Netflix or all of my shows on Amazon, or And it's like where you've got DC or the CW who signed an agreement and everything's going to Netflix.
Yeah, see, like, it's great that the shows are owned by who they're owned by, but when you're working out a deal with a network, why not share it as many places as possible? It doesn't make sense to me why you would hold on to it. That's just going to make people pirate your thing or not watch.
That also leads me to believe, because sci-fi doesn't own their shows, it may not be why. That may be why they don't put as much money into promoting them as they do. They should.
Maybe, but like, if they're gonna do that, then the networks, then the owners need to promote it. Like,
because it seemed like when season 1 of 12 Monkeys, like right before it was gonna start, there was advertisements for it everywhere. I'm out of soda. And
I'm almost out of water.
I had a dribble. It was everywhere. Like, I would get advertisements on Facebook. I'd get advertisements on Twitter. I would get advertisements in just like the most random places online. And then like I saw advertisements when I was out and about, like on the bus stops and stuff. It was really cool. And then I
didn't see any of that.
Yeah, I live in California. I live in, And then it was like, I went out this season and there was nothing. And then I was like, I got really stoked because for a while, like the Facebook news feed was like, 12 Monkeys airs its first episode of season 2. 12 Monkeys airs its second episode of season 2. And it would do that for like a couple weeks. And then all of a sudden it stopped doing it. And I'm like, what?
But what about the shows that are just starting? Like, I didn't even know that there was a Van Helsing show starting until SDCC said something.
Yeah,
and I saw I've seen one ad on, like, I watched that channel.
And it's literally starting in like a month and a half.
I know.
Yeah, it's starting like a month and a half.
I watched that channel for 4 hours straight on Fridays because I watched both the airings, and I've seen one ad for their new show that's starting in a month. Like, on your own channel, just put up some ads.
Right? It's like, come on, last season you promoted the heck out of that other show. And now it's like we very rarely see commercials for it.
Unless it's like coming up that night, which is like, by then we're already going to watch it.
Yeah, we already know it's on, so... And it's like, I remember seeing commercials for season 1 on other channels last year, for last season. And then this season, nothing.
Sci-fi is such a weird...
Yeah, it was weird. They really need to learn how to promote what they have.
The way they run the channel is so strange. But as long as they keep making the shows, maybe they're counting on word of mouth.
Yeah, I don't know, because like, okay, you want to promote Sharknado out the yin yang, but you can't promote the TV shows that is more likely to bring in more viewership.
Yeah, the one that's actually building a reputation that's worth having. Most of the ads that I saw were for Sharknado and for To Lava to Lantula. Like,
I didn't even see any for that one.
Like, the death of Steve Guttenberg's career is what that movie is.
I will sadly admit it. I am going to watch Sharknado 4. I'm hoping it's on TV sometime this week, so I can put it on while I'm at work and just like kind of have it as background noise and something to laugh at every couple of minutes.
No.
The hilarious thing is the only reason I started watching them. The only reason I started watching it was because there was a wrestler I liked in the third movie. And I was under the impression I needed to watch all of them to understand what the hell was going on. I was very wrong. I was very wrong. And then Frankie Muniz blew himself up, so I'm like, all right.
Yeah, they're popcorn, and they're like the apex of those stupid monster movies that sci-fi has been banking on for frickin' ever since everybody jumped ship when they canceled all the good shows.
Yeah, but right? When all the good shows stopped airing, everyone's like, ah.
They're so dumb that they're even more dumb in comparison to the good, smart, sharp stuff they're making now.
Yeah.
We're
but
like in a weird...
it's good, easy. It's like something I don't have to pay absolute attention to while I'm working. It can just be there as background noise.
I think I don't have that in my brain. Like, there's very little casual watching in my brain. If I'm going to watch, I'm going to watch for real. Yeah. Even if it's something stupid, like, you should see how intense I get about Tiny House Hunters. Like...
Oh, that's okay. I think it was like Tuesday or Thursday. I can't remember. Tuesday or Wednesday. I decided to watch The Maze Runner. I'm like, oh, I could just put this on and not pay attention to it. I was so wrong. Then I ended up watching the sequel right after it.
I really like that one kid that's in Maze Runner, the really pale blonde kid. He was on The Mentalist the last season or two. And I really liked him on The Mentalist, so even though he's got like 4 lines in The Maze Runner, I'm like, he's my favorite. I don't remember what your name is, kid, but you're my fave.
Yeah. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like stupid Dylan O'Brien getting himself hurt, so I can't have my third movie already. Because I want to know what happens. I was actually surprised.
If you commit to the second, then you gotta watch the third.
Right? I was honestly surprised with those movies because I read those books when I was a kid. You know, I've always been.
Have they been around that long? I thought they were newer.
No, they've been. I remember The Maze Runner reading that back when I was like in junior high. So yeah, I think
they must have just got repackaged. When everything hit. But like,
no, I want the book.
I was not super impressed with the first one, like story-wise.
They're saying the book was published in 2009, but I swear to God, I remember reading it in junior high. Maybe I read something very similar to it in junior high.
Maybe. That happens sometimes.
Okay, well then maybe me saying they were super faithful to the book was really wrong because I obviously haven't read the book.
I haven't read the book. I read Divergent, but I haven't read the other 2 yet, so I don't know how those movies line up, but I've seen the movies. Well, I've seen the first and the second. I haven't seen the third one.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that one's out yet.
Okay, back to Dark Matter.
But anyway, back to Dark Matter. Stop no longer talking about YA movie literature.
We really keep getting off track tonight.
It's a wandery sort of night.
It is. I'm not feeling good, so focusing is not my forte tonight.
Yeah. My next talking point is literally the sentence, Corso was a weenie, not a badass.
Yeah.
Like you can see it. See? Corso was a weenie, not a badass.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. He was built up so much to being this, I'm the bad guy, I killed one, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, like, when she cornered him in the cave at the end there, I thought, oh, we're going to get the big reveal that this is actually one and blah, blah, blah. And then she blew his brains out. I was like, whoa!
If that turns out to be the reveal, that's going to be fucked up.
Yeah.
Because she was, like, actually starting to care about him in, like, a real way.
Yeah.
But, like, if that was going to be the reveal, he really missed his opportunity to not get shot in the face.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I'm gonna keep tormenting you and pretending to be this other. Oh shit! She killed me before I can reveal my big secret. But obviously, we were wrong.
He was such a dick. Like
he was.
He was all like, "Oh, you caught feels. You're weak now." And you know who else is weak? Also, Derek Moss.
And then she's like, "Hey, you know what? Pew 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 pew."
And she's like, "Oh look, Daylight. I don't need you anymore."
Kaboom! You're dead.
Kaboom! But it turned out that he was not hired by Traugot Corporation.
Right.
Like they thought.
That was interesting.
So who did hire him? Was it that CEO that we did not trust from the first moment he showed up?
Right? Who wanted Derek Moss dead?
Well, I still want some sort of sciencing the fiction where he's not dead. Because it would be so good.
It would be. There has to be a way. In sci-fi, you're never truly dead until they burn you to a nothing. But now that's not even true because we've burned people and they've come back from the dead.
Even then, like, there's always a way, and there's even more ways in sci-fi than even in like a regular show, and there's plenty of ways in a regular show.
Right. It's weird.
But
yeah. we can hold out the hope that maybe in the season finale they'll have like a big reveal. Oh, I'm not really dead.
Well,
not, like cheesy
at the beginning, when we were still trying to figure out what everybody was, there was this thought that somebody was a clone, and it turned out nobody was a clone. So what if it turns out he is a clone?
Right.
What if there's lots of Derek Mosses, even if nobody knew about it?
And we could just have Derek Moss come back as a different actor if the other actor just wanted off the show or something.
It could be the original face actor, whoever he is.
Because to be honest, unless the storyline about why Derek Moss got killed comes out to be something very important, it really does feel as if the character was written off the show because the actor wanted off the show.
Yeah, like he was killed in the first episode. That usually means the actor wants out. So unless there's going to be a reveal or the murder means something.
Yeah. So unless there's a big reveal with why Derek Moss was killed, it was written so that the actor could get out of the show. And you know, now I'm going to go look and see if the actor is doing something else.
But see, with that particular character, they could do the reveal with a different actor and it would be fine because he's already got it.
But I just want to see if that's why the actor left the show.
Mark Ben David, is that his name?
Yeah, I think so. Because I know,
it's
like in
the most Jewish name I've ever heard.
I know, right? Mark Ben David.
Doesn't Ben mean son of? Like, I hope his dad's name actually is David because that would be awesome.
He's apparently just finished filming a movie. It's a TV movie.
Maybe there was conflict.
Yeah, maybe. But you know what's funny? It says he was in 16 episodes of Darkmatter. Yeah, they only have him listed for 3 episodes this season, and they have him marked as Jace Corso in the most recent episode. Welcome to your new home. We were family. What episode is We Are Family? Episode 4. He must have been Jace Corso in that one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one where 3 gets his tragic backstory.
Yeah.
More tragic backstory.
Right?
Every time
there's
3 people. Right? Every time there's 2 characters with the same face, like there's things that are expected of that storyline, and on the one hand I'm like, yay for bucking tropes. On the other hand, I'm like, you could have taken the trope and made it cooler.
Right?
But like,
yeah, so like either the actor's like, I'd rather go do this lame TV movie that's probably gonna end up on like the Hallmark Channel because that's what it sounds like. Summer in the City. It sounds like a Hallmark Channel movie.
I feel like Hallmark movies must pay okay though because people keep doing them.
Yeah, that's true. They must pay pretty decent. Well, Hallmark's a big company, so they probably can afford.
And they've got like constant demand. They make 100 movies a year or something.
Yeah. You know, we got Christmas in July. You got to have all those Christmas movies.
Right. I am not going to bash Hallmark though because for the entire month of December, that's literally all we watch.
Yeah, it's Christmas movies, so yeah, we're okay. It's all good.
And Emily Hampshire was one of them.
Yes, she was. She was in one with The Miz from the WWE.
She was in one with one of the Lawrence brothers. That was the one that I watched 4 times last year. Because it just kept being on, so I just kept watching it because Emily Hampshire is adorable and I love her.
Oh, I know. She is adorable. Does this deserve a drink?
We were talking about a different product.
Okay, all right.
But
she was in a zombie movie too. I didn't even know that.
I think at some point everyone has to do a zombie movie.
Yeah, I think it's
zombie movie
like a rite of passage. It's a rite of passage.
It is. It's like your actor cred. We would like to cast you in our high profile show, but have you done a zombie movie in a rom-com yet?
Oh, she was in Hitched for the Holidays. That's what the that's what she was in. And I'm sure I watched that without even realizing it was Emily. That makes me sad.
I like the first time I saw it, I fell asleep on the couch and I woke up to the sound of Emily Hampshire talking, and I'm like, that's not the channel I was on. And then found out it was this whole other thing. But I just have one more Darkmatter point, and that was poor nobody desk cop. Like
I know.
That guy is stationed in the middle of nowhere, like by himself, and he got hoodwinked, and then he got in trouble for it.
Well, he didn't really get in trouble because they were just like, well, you didn't know, blah, blah, blah. No, look, we found that you got hacked.
He wasn't super in trouble, but he was sort of shamed for it. They were like, are you sure you memorized everybody?
Android from Maraza.
Yeah. I don't know, like, my inclination is every time somebody is on a show, I want to keep them or to work them into ongoing things. And I think it would be fun if they had a desk cop who was on their side.
That would be great, yes.
My leg is falling asleep.
And then we have poor 6, who's just like, I have to prove myself to 5 again because 5 just like doesn't trust him at all anymore. So he's like, I don't care if I'm gonna bleed to death. I'm gonna help you guys get to the shuttle.
And 3 who won't even eat in the same room as him right now.
I know, there was food in a scene and 3 didn't eat it.
I know, that's how you know it's serious.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, what is 6 gonna have to do to redeem himself? Because it's like, it's kind of sad because he didn't know he was a cop. And they're all blaming him for this, and it's like, it's not really his fault. He doesn't know. He didn't know he was like a cop.
He was like a half-cracked triple agent cop. Like, how are you even supposed to guess that?
Right? Like, my mind is completely fucked up.
But also, like, he feels bad about it, and he's not comfortable with what happened. And he wants to prove himself.
Yeah, he's trying to redeem himself. And honestly, it felt like more for 5 last night than anybody, really.
Yeah.
Because he obviously was the one flying the shuttle when the cop's like, we have you outmanned. And then this shuttle comes up and the guns come out. And he's like, just drop your... You know 6 was flying the shuttle.
Probably. Like, it's not like he could walk all that well.
Yeah, I doubt 5 could fly it, and the other guy's a doctor. The poor man's Devon Sawa.
Poor man's Devon Sawa.
I'm just kidding. You're a cute little actor. Please don't hate me.
What if that's like his behind the scenes thing? They're like, we want Devon Sawa, but we can't afford him, so hire that other kid.
What is it? I swear Devon Sawa said recently he wasn't going to do TV again, so...
Yeah.
Which is like a bummer because... Yeah, he's got kids. He doesn't want to have to travel to Toronto to film crap. He lives here in LA.
I would travel to Toronto and then I would defect and stay there.
Yeah, right. He defected. He was a Canadian. Thank you. Devon was a Canadian. He defected from Canada.
He defected the other way.
Yeah, he defected from Canada.
From Canada.
Yeah.
My best friend in high school was Canadian, and the fastest way to annoy him was to call it Canada.
I had like always called it that, and I don't even know why. It just stuck.
Because it's easy.
You defected from Canada.
Canada.
You defected from America's little sister.
Maybe we can trade. Every time an actor comes to America, one of us non-actors gets to go to Canada.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Get me on that list.
Yes, I'd like to make it on that list too.
It'd make it much easier.
It would make life much, much easier. Yeah, I'm really hoping that somehow either 6 seriously redeems himself in everyone's eyes by the end of the season. I'm really hoping and crossing my fingers. I hope we get a little more behind 5's weird little twisted backstory now, because like they're just revealing bits and pieces with her. 2, we've got enough on 2. We don't need more 2 just right now, but it looks like we're aiming for more, something horrible happened to you in this building storyline. And then like, okay, we did that and then dropped it. I'd like a little more about Nyx.
Nyx, I think, is coming up next. I was looking at the website earlier, and it looks like the next episode is the Nyx episode, which is fun because I think that like there's something definitely going on with her, and it would be so cool if she was like 2, and then getting more of 2's backstory would not just be a 2 fest. It would be like, and also there's other women.
Yeah, because like no offense to 2 at all. I don't know. I guess I'm not as invested in 2.
Yeah,
she's kind of a low man on my character totem pole. So
and she's gotten more actual concrete backstory than most of them.
Any of them? Yeah, because she's like revealed to be that nanite thing.
Yeah,
and she's not exactly an android because she's human, but she's got the nanite.
She's engineered from the ground up, basically.
Yeah.
She's a synthetic human or a severely altered human.
Yeah, she's a test tube baby.
She's a test tube baby.
She's
an ultra clone.
Yes. But yeah, basically I want more backstory for everybody but 2. I even want more backstory for 1 even if he is dead. I need to know more about him. But if he is dead, we're probably not going to get it unless his backstory somehow ties into somebody else in the crew.
Yeah. It would be interesting if he was killed off because he wanted to leave the show, but they wove in his story so that he's still there even when he's not there. That would be
I know.
That would be a good way to handle it. It would make it less of a like, oh, he's just dead because he wants to go somewhere else.
And then we have the whole thing where 5 has everybody's memories in her head, and she thought that 6 was Titch, but now she knows that it was actually 3 who was Titch. Yeah, so that's interesting. And she didn't tell him that she knew that. That was an interesting little hold back there.
That's the thing also, like, she doesn't use those memories a whole lot. And then in the one where everyone got their memories back for a minute, she had to and she could. So that means they're still there.
Right. So she hasn't lost them. So it's like, dude, you have these memories. Why don't you give them to the people you care about? But then again, it's like the android said, it's going to change who you are now.
Well, like, also, it might be a safer way to do it, though, because being told about it is different than experiencing it all over again.
That's true, yeah. Or having it play on the back of your head.
They would have their past, they would have the facts, but they wouldn't have to live it or know the memories. Yeah.
They'd be detached from the truth.
Yeah.
And so they could address
if they ever decide they want their past back, that might be a good way to do it without losing who they are.
Yeah, I agree.
Because their old selves were all awful.
Because taking their memories from the ship is going to wipe them back to before they were wiped. Well, it's going to take away everything.
Android said that if they did it without an active link, they would have the memories but retain these memories. Because their old selves didn't exist through this time, so there wouldn't be any overlap. But five said that if they have their old memories, then they would have their old personalities too, and she didn't want to lose her friends, and they didn't want to lose themselves, because they all know they were awful before.
Yeah, and they seem to be becoming better people because of what happened with them. So it's like, do you want to go back to being a complete dickweed?
I like that they chose to stay good, or at least as good as they ever are.
Yeah,
I
agree.
To do better.
It's like creepy. I can see you moving back and forth in my glasses. Because my room is dim.
I'm not a still sitter.
That's okay. You see how I usually move around, so you know I'm not feeling good tonight.
Yeah.
But basically, I think that covers it. These were good episodes this week. Both of them were very engaging. Yeah.
And if this is the middle of the season, then that's a good turning point too, because both of them were
starting to get exciting.
Like fast-paced, exciting stories, but had lots of later episodes.
Yeah, it was. This was the upswing for the season. So we're heading into the upswing, and in an episode or two, we're gonna start heading into the climax at least for Killjoys, because we have 3 more episodes for Darkmatter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting.
It is gonna be interesting. I always like seeing how a season winds down, like into the last episode.
Like how they try to tie everything up and then open up the new box of Pandora for the next season.
Yeah. Because like the first half of a season, they can just throw crap out. But then the second half, they have to tie it all together. And when they can tie things together unexpectedly, that's when a show is the best. That's when I like it the most.
And thrilling. And it's like, yay, okay, that all makes sense now.
Yeah, because Killjoys is throwing out a lot of stuff in this first half of the season.
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, we've got the weird school. We've got what's going on with the 9 families. We've got what's going on with Devon. We've got what's going on with Klein. We've got what's going on with the rack and the company. And it's like, oh my God, can we get some answers, please?
I know. But they're halfway through, so things have got to go to start coming together.
Yeah,
it took a while. They took a while to get to the mining rebellion last season, and I think that they're moving at a much faster clip this time. They're dithering less.
Yeah,
not that they were dithering, but they were
dragging their feet.
They were wandering around more. They were not not bringing stuff together as well last season.
Well, usually your first seasons, you're hit or miss, and it's kind of a little bit of a bumpy ride, which may have been why I had such issues with Killjoys last season. because it just didn't seem like we were getting anywhere. And where with Dark Matter, it was every episode they gave you new answers. And more questions, but still, I think was like
last season, Dark Matters was much more tightly plotted. But I think also it was because it has to be. Killjoys was an adventure.
Where Dark Matters was based off of a comic book. It had its initial storyline already based out for it.
Yeah, but also it's set up as a mystery as much as anything else.
Yeah.
So you have to tightly plot a mystery. You can't be like willy-nilly with a mystery.
No, you can't. Where at Killjoys is just like, oh, we have to stop this rebellion.
Yeah, and Killjoys is an adventure first before anything else.
They're like, it still is, even with the weird new mystery. They are putting mysteries into it this season.
They are putting in mysteries. But like, Killjoys is best when it's totally bonkers. Like, there's a girl with a gun arm that has opinions about stuff.
I know.
And Pri is a warlord.
Pri is a warlord. We need more about Pri, please. And who is the blonde chick at Pri's bar that keeps showing up? She needs to go away. I don't like her.
She needs to have something other than Dav deciding he's going to date somebody else who's not Dutch.
Right. That's just like
what's her name? She's like the prettiest person in Old Town right now. Yeah. So where is she from? Why is she not run down?
Yeah, why is she so clean and healthy looking?
Yeah.
Where did she come from?
Pri trusts her. So
I don't trust her. I think she's got something to do with the company.
She might. Or she's on the run from the company, and through no fault of her own, they're going to destroy everything because of her.
That could be
again. I wonder if they're actually going to put up those other walls this season.
Yeah, that should be interesting to see if the other walls start going up and stuff.
And also, like, why? They have that shield that can block off a whole planet. So why not just block off the whole planet? Why are they doing city by city?
Because they want to separate the cities from each other, because they want to just starve everybody out.
I guess, but like, why? Like,
I don't know.
You can starve the whole planet.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe because the wall keeps people from leaving the individual cities. Like being able to fly off the planet.
And it cuts off communications too, because they didn't know if anyone was even still alive.
In there, yeah.
So maybe there's some intracity thing that they're trying to stop from spreading.
Right.
Sit down. She's like bruising my thighs. She is bruising my thighs with her pointy little feet.
Yeah, I am absolutely shocked the cat has not come in here yet. Because usually he's in here by now.
Maybe he doesn't like talking about Killjoys and spaceships.
Maybe. Nah, yeah, I guess not. Because he came in for 12 Monkeys on Monday. Or San Diego Comic-Con. That's what it was. We didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
I am out. It is empty.
I've got like one sip left.
All right. Basically, there's a lot to still explore in both shows for the rest of their season, so I'm excited to see how it's going to pan out.
Me too. Like, they're not as story dense as certain other shows we're trying not to talk about.
Right.
But there's a lot going on. And and it's complicating itself up nicely. Like, I like where it's going for the most part.
Yeah, same. I'm interested to see where both shows are going to go and how they're going to end this season. And I'm praying to God Sci-Fi gives us another season of both shows, because they're awesome and amazing and I love them. Even though I was a little iffy about Killjoys last season, no matter how much I love Aaron Ashmore, I was leery because it was hard to get into last season, but I did it. I stuck through the whole season. Usually I give up on shows after a couple episodes if I can't get into them.
Last season last season I expected to like Killjoy, or I expected to like Darkmatter more, and wound up liking Killjoys by the end because it's just so much fun. It's so neat. But both of them have sort of evened out on the Lycometer this year.
Yeah, they both are engaging and entertaining to watch, and I'm enjoying both shows a lot more this season than I did last season. Yeah, I mean, I love Dark Matter from the get-go. It was totally my kind of show, but Killjoys was just kind of like, I really loved Johnny, and that's pretty much why I kept turning in every week, was because I liked Johnny's character. But this season, I'm growing to like Devon and Dutch more. Johnny. Yeah. Poor Johnny never gets the girl for really getting the girl.
I really like Lucy. Did you see how insulted Lucy was when Klein was like, "What do you mean there's no faster than light communication?"
Right?
Well, you're welcome to go outside and find some.
I can't remember who tweeted it, but somebody said you guys all should follow this person because it's the voice of Lucy. And I'm like, okay, why not? And I followed her, and she followed me back like almost immediately. And then she started liking my tweets, and I'm just like,
oh, that's cool.
No. And I'm like, oh my God.
I like her. She talks back on Twitter a lot.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, that was quick.
Yeah.
I love it when they give the ship personalities actual personality.
I know.
It's like so much fun.
You know Johnny designed that snarky personality.
Oh, you know it. No wonder Lucy likes him so much. She's like, he's like, I'm gonna design a girl who likes me.
Right? That poor nerd with his hot brother and his kick-ass best friend. Like,
right? I didn't make the computer like me since Dutch doesn't.
Maybe that's why Lucy's mad that he's finally almost got the girl, because like it was just
Johnny, don't leave me.
It was Lucy and Johnny all those years, and now he's got Potter.
Which is why maybe she doesn't like Potter. She's sad. Poor Lucy.
Somebody on Twitter said that the ship name should be Juicy.
Oh my God, really?
Juicy.
That's great. I love it.
It's a literal ship name.
Yes, Juicy.
It's a boy and his ship in a ship.
What did I get liked for? I got a like. I'm so confused. Who is Jeffrey Fortier? Yoga actor, writer, musician. I don't know. I tweeted about being able to hear Emily Hemshire's voice even in my sleep, and he responded with, "Sometimes I hear her voice from someone in a crowd." And then he posted a GIF from Scarface, and it's like, "I got ears, you know. I hear things." I like random tweet is random.
That's kind of fun, though.
Yeah.
People just randomly answering.
Yeah.
But it is almost midnight, and I am getting very sleepy. And I think we've used up all of our points, unless you've got some more.
You did really good. No, I'm good. You actually covered most of mine, and what you didn't, I covered on my own, so we're good. My list is
why we're good co-hosts.
My list is empty except for my dragon name. Don't ask. It was a meme that came up on Facebook yesterday or the day before, and it was like, take the last 2 letters of your first name, the middle 2 letters of your middle name, and then the first 3 letters of your mom's name or something like that. I can't remember if it was like, I can't even say it. I'll just
first 2 letters of first name. First 2 letters of first name, middle 2 of middle name, first 2 of your mother?
It was the last 2 of my first name, the middle 2
of first name.
Yeah, last two of my first name, middle two of my last name, first two of my mom's name, and the last letter of my name. And that's what I got.
That would be Ha A Ro B. Wait, let me write it down.
Mine is Oiwaske.
Ha A Ro, which Hey Rob is how that spells out altogether.
Mine was
it sounds better with apostrophe. Ha A Robe.
Right? Yeah, there you go.
Fantasy, all right, well, let's go ahead. One name.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. Well, that wraps it up for this week's Killjoys Darkmatter After Show. We'll see you on Monday. We still haven't figured out what we're going to talk about. We can discuss that, or we'll see you Tuesday. We'll figure out what something. Yeah, we haven't decided what we're going to discuss yet, but we will figure it out, and we will post those videos. Either the YouTube videos will probably be up tomorrow, right? For this one?
Tonight or tomorrow, depending on how long it takes me to get the video.
Yeah, are we still waiting on our season finale?
We are. It is still processing.
And still heard nothing back from Blab?
They refuse to answer me. I'm starting to get really annoyed.
Okay, here we go. At Blab, you need to answer my questions.
They're gonna like check their mail and their Twitter in like 3 months and have 87 messages from me over the course of the last 2 weeks.
And now I'm tweeting at them. I'm like, can you answer my question already?
Yeah, I still have it sitting open over here.
Yeah.
It's like, it's right there. And it's still processing.
We've done longer videos than that one. What is your problem?
Right? It shows up on my profile on the app, but not on the website.
And it's not anywhere you can download it to YouTube.
No, it's not. They haven't sent me the video because it comes in an email. They haven't sent me the video, and it shows up on my profile on the app, but not on the website. But if you click on it, it doesn't go anywhere. And if you go to the address online, it still says processing.
Weird.
Super weird. And if they would just freaking answer me, because I'm pretty sure that there's just like a switch they have to press on the other end that they haven't pressed for 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, for some stupid reason. Stupid Lab. Okay.
But that was a good episode, and it was a good talk, and we need our video.
Yeah. We want our video. You know you can hear us.
But yes, so we will figure out our topic, and we will announce it on the tweets for Pirate Girl Jack. Or how do you pronounce yours?
Amrook Wolf. It's Inuit. It's Amrook Wolf. It's Inuit.
Amrook. I never would have guessed Amrook.
No, most people say it Amarok.
Well, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, actually, it's really funny because I chose Amrook years and years and years and millions of years ago, and the word Amrook actually means wolf.
Here, wolf.
So I'm wolf. Yes. I chose it when I was a very small child, and
oh man,
it didn't work. Yeah.
I have been Pirate Girl Jack online for literally since the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie came out. Because the same weekend that I saw that, I got the blaster virus on my computer.
Oh.
Like, do you remember the blaster virus?
I do, yes.
And I had to get a new email. I had to get a new sign-on. I had to get a new everything. And I had just seen the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, so I picked Pirate Girl Jack, and I don't remember why it's in that order.
Yeah.
But it's been my name online since then. And freaking everything is under that name, so.
Yeah, I've either had Amrook Wolf, which is what I use on Twitter, or Otter Goddess. since I was like 12, 13 years old. Yeah. And they both, oddly enough, both stem from the same TV show.
Really?
Yeah, otters have been my thing for longer than I've been into 12 Monkeys.
Otters are freaking great. 12 Monkeys just reminded me.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna go to
well, there we go. I'm out of drinks, so let's go ahead and end this. So we'll see you Tuesday for whatever it is we to discuss. We'll see you then. Bye. We'll
Stay tuned to our story Twitter names.
Bye now. Bye bye. Bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye now.
Bye bye. Bye.